Mr. GP is my name, trying to maintain down memories lane of pain. Fatherless one, had to be the father and son. Shit feeling like, will I last? GP is an outcast. Hit the streets, camouflage, dodging police. When will it cease? No peace till you deceased. So I give shots on the streets, raise hell till I reach heaven. Mr. GP, your brethren, listen to the ghosts of ghetto past echoes. Family fast down memories lane. Too much fucking pain, drive you insane. In the membrane, memories of poverty, gotta rise to sovereignty. Tomorrow never dies, but yesterday is killing me softly. Speaking, it was written. Godfather, the author, life story, hard from the fucking start of memories paid down, memories lane.
My name is Rosarito Rodriguez, and I've been working at Texas Southern University as a performance professor in the Fine Arts Department, now the Visual and Performing Arts Department, for 7 years now. And I decided to become a teacher because, first of all, I enjoyed being in the classroom and on the stage, so it was logical for me to pair the two and be a theater teacher. And it has helped me immensely because theater is a place where you can express what you can't otherwise. Sometimes through writing, you can heal yourself. As I was writing my master's thesis, I decided to write a one-woman show based on the experiences that I had moving from Puerto Rico, where I was born and grew up until I was 20 years old. I lived there. And I moved to Georgia to do my master's degree. And as I was writing, I was talking about racism within the Hispanic community. And as I was writing, I became the victim of racism, and I was in love for the first time, and that boy decided not to be with me because his family did not accept me because they considered that I was black, and he was white, although we were both Puerto Rican. So as I was writing a piece, a theatrical piece, I was also experiencing racism, and so through theater I healed my heart, literally. I remember at first I couldn't even read what I wrote about that heartbreak, but later on I just thanked the heavens for that experience, because it definitely led me to understand the world, my world, a little bit better.
Music being an art form itself was the first thing to catch my attention, you know what I'm saying, especially my family being into the music so much, me being so young at like 5 or 8 years old, rapping with my cousins and being the smallest one out there. I was looking like Bushwick Bill because everybody's so much older than me, but that was how early I was influenced by music and art. And, you know, the whole culture of hip-hop itself is an art, so, you know what I'm saying, I was heavily influenced by music itself, and then all the artists that I grew up on as far as West Coast music, Tupac, NWA, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that, you know, raised me too, because that's what my older siblings and relatives was listening to. So, you know, yeah, that influenced me heavily. And just music in itself, all kinds of music.
My name is Chantel Lewis. I'm the president of Texas Southern University's Hip Hop Society. We're actually the first and only hip-hop organization at any HBCU across the nation. An HBCU is a historically black college or university. A lot of people don't know that. The reason why the arts are important to me is because they're a form of expression. You can really become another person in any form of art, whether it's drawing, acting, singing. You could portray a different character. So that's something that's really important to me, because to me it's important not to bottle things in, but rather express yourself and put it on paper or put it into a song or put it on stage, whatever struggle you might be going through. Basically what we do is we went into Lamar Fleming Middle School and we tutored the kids for a whole semester in different subjects, math, science, reading, writing, to help prepare them for the STAR test, because without passing that standardized state test, they can't move on to the next grade level. They'll easily be held back. So we believe that if we go in there and we tutor these kids and then we give them an assembly or we incorporate music or hip-hop into the lesson, they'll be able to connect with it easier, because we believe not everybody learns the same. Everybody learns differently. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that I feel like society needs to recognize. and it's something that could be very efficient and beneficial to our culture, really.
Well, I think that the kind of person I was before I started writing is I kind of live life to impress, and when I started writing, I kind of started to be able to live life to express. And I think that changed me a lot, because having so much energy and being able to express that and put it in words on paper, it's a self-discovery. It really is. It's a journey all in its own. So the characters you create and the journey you go on with them tells you a lot about yourself. We don't live life to make money. It's not a game of leveling up and getting points. This is our lives. Like, our life should be a living work of art, because art reflects so much to the people after us that we can inspire leaders, we can build nations, we can tear them down, we can throw revolutions. And I think that the arts are always the fuel behind that. And I think people deny themselves, because you need art to get up and do your job. You know, everyone listens to music. You know, who designed a car and it wasn't an art form? You know, I think that people who look down on the arts are kind of one-sided thinkers who just, you know, push past, who refuse to accept the depth and possibility of the arts. And I think that with the arts, there's no greater power than being able to change someone's heart, you know, and I think that art is the one thing that does that.
In my life, outside of theater, it's just me. But when I come into theater, I have a family. I have people to laugh with, people to share with vice versa. When I leave theater, it's just me. Me to encourage myself, to uplift myself. And when you get to theater, you have people encouraging you and telling you to move forward. Keep going, no matter the situation of your life, no matter what's going on in your life, make it happen. Keep going.
This started in high school. Everyone knew me as Lady E. But Lady E was going through a hard time dealing with my parents' divorce, being the oldest of three, the poverty that we lived in, and it was coming out in a negative fashion. But when I found out that I could write all that down and put it to a track and express myself, it was healing. And so I found healing in the arts at a young age, and experiencing theater once I got to college, and that was just icing on the cake.
Just as medicine is cure to the body, music is cure for the soul. So we all need music, and which is art, which is just art in a sound form. You know what I'm saying? We all need that to heal our soul. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the purpose. That's the specific purpose of what it does. We have to reach people, and when we put out music. You know what I'm saying? When we put out this culture, we have to reach people, and it has to send a message to them.